إن الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا يرضى وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. So, brothers and sisters, somebody finally responded to my videos, and I promised that as long as I'm making these videos, if anybody responds, I will reply back. But the moment that I stop making these videos, that's it, I'm done. So this was their only chance, really. So there was a video, a refutation of me. I woke up this morning to my channel getting spammed. As you can see here, I'm going to show you right now. Right, this is the first message I got. All right, so I replied to the brother, and then next thing you know, these brothers are going on all my videos, literally all my videos, posting this link of their refutation. Okay, even this one brother, I'll show you right here. Right, this brother, he's one of my more diligent trolls. His name is Yusuf Asad, right? So he's always on my channel trolling me like all the time, right? I mean, he trolls my messages wherever I go, right? But this guy literally took the time out to post a link to every single one of my videos. Look at this, likely spam 45, right? So I have a no censorship policy on my channel for myself, for the people, because I know this is a controversial subject that I don't want people to think that I'm shutting them down or censoring them or keeping them quiet. But if they're going to spam my channel, then I have to kind of like change that policy. So, but we'll see what will happen, inshallah. So now let's get into their refutation of me, okay, and my response. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to mention is that if anybody makes a clarification or a disclaimer or something of this nature, it's done for a specific reason, right? A clarification, disclaimers, these type of things, they're done because they don't want people to get the wrong idea about what you're saying, right? This is well known. Or they don't want you to believe something that is incorrect, right? So this is something that's normal in any culture, any language. People will issue clarifications, they will issue notices, they will issue disclaimers, right? So that people don't get wrong ideas about what somebody is saying, right? So in my video, the original video that I posted, the brother Muhammad Hijab, he called me a founding member, right? I knew that was wrong, right? So what I did is I posted a clarification so nobody can say that this is actually the case. So here's the original video.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll be talking to Bilal, someone who was one of the forerunners and founding members, if you like, of the organization Troid, which is a partner member.
So you can see here clearly that Muhammad Hijab, he said I was one of the founding members, which I'm not, right? I am, and I've always claimed that I'm one of the original members and active volunteer of Troid back in the day. This is very apparent. If anybody's watched my videos, it's not possible for me to have all that information, you know, unless I knew something, unless I was doing something, right? So let's go now to the brother. I think this channel is called rudood and musa'afiqah. Let's see what he says.
Today we'll be talking to Bilal, someone who was one of the forerunners and founding members, if you like, of the organization Troid, which is a partner member of the Salafi publications. And
so you can see here they have liar, right? Here they have Colin Hardy, not even my name, by the way, right? Was not a forerunner. What happened to my clarification, bro? What happened to it? Why is it not here? And they don't even know who I am, right? They're looking at my my whatchamacallit, my Instagram, okay? My Instagram account, okay? They're saying that I am a car salesman for Grimsby Kia. I don't even live in Grimsby anymore. But they don't know that because they don't know me, right? So they're making these claims, right? You know, if I just posted this only, just this part only, it's enough to say that these people are liars. That's enough. right? I posted a clarification, they hit it, and then they said that I, even if you look in the earlier part, they said that I made the claim that I am a founding member. I made that claim, right? And the brother Muhammad Hijabi was mistaken in calling me a founding member. That's a mistake. It's a khata. It's not a lie. It's just a mistake. I clarified it. And this is the first thing. They started off immediately with lies. This is how you do a refutation, bro. This is how you do a refutation from rudood and musa'afiqah, whoever this kid is behind that YouTube. That's how you do it, bro. This is how it's done. You bring out the lie and you show the whole world where the lie is, man. So over here, in this part here, this shows how little the individual behind the YouTube channel musa'afiqah, rudood or musa'afiqah, they know. They really don't know anything, okay? First of all, the first point is that my name is not Colin Hardy, right? I don't know who this Colin Hardy person is, right? Second of all, they're saying I'm a car salesperson from Kia in Grimsby. I haven't been in Grimsby Kia for over a year. And that shows how little they know about me. Okay, what they've done, all they have done is that they've gone through my Instagram, which you'll see anyway later in this refutation of mine, of mine, right? They've gone through my Instagram, they've taken the information from Instagram and passed it off as what is current and up to date, and they can't even get my name right even after all that. Third of all, I've never, they said he falsely claimed to be from the founders and original members of Troid, Canada. I've never claimed to be from the founders. You see how they got my name wrong? I'm going to show you something in a minute which shows that yes, I am one of the original members. Just wait, okay? Right? But I've never claimed to be a founder, and I challenge anybody to look through any of my videos and say that this Abul Harith Bilal claimed to be a founder of Troid. Go find it. I'll wait. Original member? Absolutely. Active volunteer? 100%. I know who the founders are. I know very well who the founders are. Do you, rudood and musa'afiqah, know who the founders of Troid are? Do you know? No, you don't, because you're new. And if you knew, then you would know my real name. But since you don't know my real name and you don't know the original founders, then what does that make you? You are the one who's making the false claims and you have no clue. You have no idea because you don't know where I came from, right? So we will see. Watch. Now you see how this rudood musa'afiqah, he can't even get my name right. Doesn't know who I am. Has no clue, right? And he's claiming, or whoever it is behind this YouTube channel is claiming that I'm the one who's making false claims, and they don't know my name. Okay, name drop time. Who are the founders, the founding members of Troid? I'll give you a couple of names, okay? I know this because I've seen the original documents. How did I get to see them? Because it was my family who found out that they lost charitable status. I know the names on the founding members of Troid. And I'll give you one person who is a founding member of Troid, and this is the person who is the only one from the founders who is still there. That is Ahmed Assing, short Trinidadian brother, originally from Trinidad, a little bit older than me. That's a founding member. Another founding member who is not there anymore, a brother named Vernon Brown, otherwise known as Cleo Brown. He was on the original documents. Another founding member. Some of the original members. Khairun Jamaica, Anwar Dupuy, Amr Ali, Abu Sufyan. Omar Elundi is the webmaster. He's not a founding member. He is the webmaster. He is the first and original webmaster. As a matter of fact, I knew all those brothers in the beginning before he did it. He probably doesn't even know that because he probably just think I walked in the center one day as a new kid. But Muad Qureshi, the translator, knows me very well. How do I know all these names, bro? How do I know them? Ever think about that? Muad Qureshi is younger than I am. He remembered me from back in the day because he knows that I came around those brothers back in the day. He remembered me as a kid, and I vaguely remembered him as a kid when I saw him at the center and he was doing translations. But I was always back and forth to the center. As a matter of fact, they had several different locations. The first location was right beside Tariq Mosque. And then they had several locations outside of town. One was near downtown. One was near, the smallest place was Western Road. One was near Dixon Hood, where the Little Somalia is. How do I know all this stuff, bro? How? Ever think about that? And then they finally got to the masjid. So how do I know these? You don't know my name. How do I know these names? What, am I a jinn or something? Am I doing magic? Do I have knowledge of the unseen or something? How do I know this? Go ask them. And I'm about to make another claim right here, right now, for you to go verify if I'm lying. Okay? Ahmed Assing is the only founder still left at Troy. Only him. Ahmed Assing and Umar Arlandi are the only original members still left at Troy. Ahmed Assing documented in the beginning. Umar Arlandi documented now. How do I know that? How do I know that? Am I a soothsayer? Am I a fortune teller? You see, when you don't know things, such as yourself, and then you make false claims such as yourself, I mean, your whole reputation really was kind of juvenile and was really dumb. And I was thinking, should I actually reply to this? But I promise. So this is the reply. Already caught up in lies. That's how it's done, bro. Hope you learned your lesson. Continuing.
So Bilal, I'm very glad to have you on this show. I've got a question for you, Bilal. The question is, how has this group, from your experience being a founding member, how have this group dealt with women? And is there any evidence of predatory behavior?
So, why am I saying all this, right? And the sisters, they know what he be doing, and they be going after for what he be doing, and they like what he be doing. And Abu Muslima had probably done more to spread the Salafi Dawah than anybody I've seen from the Westerners up until this day. So anyway, the reason why I posted this, just a couple of things. You can see here that they have sound bites. They're just taking sound bites and sound clips. Like the whole refugee is kind of immature. It was a waste of time, really, but I promised to clap back. So here's the clap back. But I just want to deal with a couple of issues here, right? Because they mentioned it, right? So do you see how they have all these little quotes behind just claims, not proving a single thing. They haven't proved a single thing, right? I said Abu Muslima did more to spread the Salafi Dawah than anybody I can remember in the West. If they have somebody else, if they think of somebody else who spread the Salafi Dawah more than Abu Muslima, tafaddal, let us know who it is. We're waiting. Furthermore, they said Abu Muslima, the Hizbi, whatever. I know the issues about Abu Muslima, right? They're calling the Hizbi innovator. Tayyib, what are his innovations? I bet you they can't tell you anything, man, because they weren't there at that time. They just weren't. Furthermore, these issues, right, when it comes to the women and whatnot like that, a lot of people, they didn't believe it, whatever. We've all of us who have been Salafi for a long time, like, we know, like, it's not even a question. It's like, we know, right? But these kids coming up, they don't know. For them, it's news, right? For them, it's tail carrying. So, of course, I made a claim. I have to put the evidence. I put all the evidence is in my description in the original video. But these guys are so dumb, okay? They're so dumb, right? Not only did they not check the evidence, right? But they have no clue, right, about this particular issues with the women, that they themselves are actually holders of some of this evidence. They don't know because they don't read. They don't care. The only thing with them is to defend their people. So I'm going to show you something right now. Now this is how you can tell pretty much somebody who's been around a while from somebody who's newer to the dawah, right? If you've been like Salafi for 10 years or less, you really don't know what's happening or what's happened, right? All those of us who have been like Salafi for like 20 years or more, right? We know what's happening, right? So that's how we can tell, just by the conversations and the questions that are being asked. So, of course, people doubt this stuff, right? And there's a younger brother I know, I don't know him, but like he's on my channel asking questions, you know what I mean? He thinks it's all just tail carrying and whatnot, right? And one of the things I said to him is that you can see here that I've been Salafi long enough to know these things, blah, 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 right? And I mentioned right here, if you can see, Sheikh Mukul Rahimullah was asked about marriage, the marriage problem in the States, to the point where a sister would be divorced 14 times, right? That's what I said. He couldn't believe it, right? So his natural reaction was, SubhanAllah, this is madness. All this seems far-fetched. A woman divorced 14 times? This sounds like what Shia believe in multi-marriage, right? The entire time, the brother, he's doubting, right? Because he just can't believe it, right? So now I'm going to show you something, right? This here is my original video, okay? This here is the description to my original video. Okay. This here is all the proof I posted in my description to my original video. Now look how like ridiculous these people are. On the bottom, right here, is a Troid article. Troid.org. Because apparently I'm making this stuff up, right? You can see I posted, yes, we knew about this stuff more than 20 years ago from Troy. You click the link and what comes up? A beautiful advice concerning marrying and divorcing. And look at the question. Everybody can see Troy.org. There is an evil habit that is spread amongst the practicing brothers, Salafiyin. It is that one of them will marry a woman, and after a few short days, a quarrel will take place between the spouses and the news will spread to the community. Then there are some brothers who encourage him to divorce her until the point where the sister has been divorced 14 times. So if I'm the liar, so is Troy. Okay? That's the beauty of fact checking. And that's the beauty of living in 2019, is that you can actually fact check this stuff and see if the person is telling the truth or lying. Surprise! Another claim that was made in this video was that I did nothing for the center and wasn't involved in any decision making. Really? What about helping the center regain charitable status after they lost it? I think that's pretty darn big. Especially my wife, who did all the leg work for that. May Allah bless her for that. Who was the one who told you about it? What about the classes that we had with Hannah? Who ran those classes? Was it Ahmed? Was it Omar Irlandi? Who ran them? Who was the one that brought the classes to those brothers? Sister Hannah, she is the one who got the classes. Sister Hannah called my wife told me, and I told the center. I was the one who ran the classes. Whose decision was that? had the keys to the masjid when the classes were going on? I had to open up myself because certain brothers couldn't come on time to open it up. I had to get the keys. Who did that? That's not a decision making. That's not decision making. That's doing nothing for the center. What about the CD department? That's doing nothing for the center. Thousands of dollars of equipment donated by me. You see, when you don't know what you're saying, you're just embarrassing yourself. I mean, that refutation that you did, it was just juvenile, to be honest, right? You started going into my Instagram, okay, and Facebook. And let me tell you something. You're trying to get into my character. You don't know me. And when you don't know somebody, you should actually try to find out about them first, right? I personally, on the same YouTube channel that you are watching right now, promoted my Facebook and Instagram. Let me ask you something. Do I look like the type of person who cares what people think about me? I don't care what you think about me. I am who I am, and I do what I do. Like it who like it, hate it who hate it, right? But my religion is between me and Allah. The brother, he's shaking hands with women on his Instagram. Type haram, it's haram. I know it's haram. Allah guide me, whatever. Right? But let me ask you something now. Let me guess. You men from the musa'afiqah, right? You wear your beards and you wear your thobes, right? And the women, you wear your black abayat and your niqabs, right? And you have all this gear. But you think that your beards and your thobes and your abayat and niqabs is protecting you from talking evil about other Muslims? Does that protect you from that? How many lives have been destroyed like this? How many people have been chased away from brothers and sisters with beard and niqab and thobe? How many people have been chased away by that? And me, wallahi, uqsum billah, okay? Anybody who's wearing a thobe and a lahya and a niqab and abaya, right? Anybody who's wearing this out of taqwa of Allah, I have the utmost respect for them. I don't disrespect piety. As long as they're wearing it for Allah. But you people, you don't wear it for Allah, you wear it for the sake of your group. Let's be real. It's your uniform, right? Let's call a spade here. The reason why you are wearing this stuff is because it's your uniform and your clothes do not at all match your actions. They just don't. What do you want me to say? Your actions are not reflective of what you wear. Wallahi al-azim, okay? I have never, in my personal life, ever heard these musa'afiqah make dua against kuffar. They only make dua against the Muslims, particularly the Muslims who put them out there. The first things out their mouth is, may Allah expose you. May Allah guide you or break your back. I make dua against you every night. And this all the time making dua against the Muslims because their religion is only based upon personalities. If they were based upon principles, you think they make dua against Muslims like that? Did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, did he ever make dua against any Muslim in his entire life, calling yourself Salafi? Calling yourself Salafi? Name one Muslim the Prophet ﷺ ever make dua against. And there were munafiqeen, people trying to destroy Islam from within, in the Prophet ﷺ, his presence. And he still didn't make dua against them. Anyway, the whole point is that that's the wrong tree to bark up because I really just don't care what people think about me. The only thing you accomplished here is driving traffic to my Instagram, my Facebook, and I thank you for that, I guess. But you know, you haven't put me out there. Sorry, I'm not fake like you. I don't wear a beard and then wear a thobe and start lying and slandering other people, talking about its manhaj. I'm real. I'm as real as it gets. Allah gave me a mouth to speak and a brain to think, and guess what? I use both of them. And one thing I absolutely do not do, and I hate I despise is lies and liars. Sorry to bust your bubble. Anyway, if I had lied, so Detroit, right? Read that article. Read it for yourself. I posted it in my description, right? Even in that article, in that same question, you will see that the questioner said that this is widespread. This is widespread in our communities. Did I make that up too? Go fact check everything I did, right? You haven't proved anything, not a single thing. Just calling it liar, slanderer, liar, slander. You know, a claim is just a claim until you prove it. Sort of like how I proved that you lied right in the beginning, within the first 2 minutes or whatever this video is, right? Look, from the jump. But nice try, kids. You know, silly rabbit tricks are for kids. I'll leave the Detroit article in the description here as well, so that everybody can see. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up, right? I gave you names. I gave you places. I gave you, I don't know, but you know, whoever's going to believe it is going to believe. Whoever's not is going to not. Either way is no sweat off of my back, to be honest. If you retracted that, I would forgive you. Of course, I'm not the type of person to hold anything in my heart against anybody. If you don't retract, right? No sweat off of my back. I'll take it Yom Kiyama. But let me tell you something. Somebody like me who knows all this stuff, do you seriously think that I wouldn't be holding back some information? You need to ask your boys who I am, for real. Because they know I'm holding something. They know it. And I'll tell you one other thing. Anwar gave us full permission to talk about what I'm holding. Okay? Anwar, I'll repeat it because they know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, Abul Hassan Malik. Okay, Ahmed Asing. Okay, Umar Alundi. Okay, Muad Qureshi. Call your dogs off. You guys need to repent. The playtime is over. You guys are finished. Just repent. What's the problem? Make Toba. We will, we will accept you back. But all of this, honestly, don't work on me. You can talk about me all you want. Don't care. So my religion is for Allah only, not for the people. I don't do actions for people. Never forget that. Next time you come with your refutation, go look at my Facebook, go look at my Instagram, waste your time taking pictures, drawing videos, and only driving traffic to my social media anyway. Subhanakallah bihamdik, wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.